Let me explain. Let me explain. Why the rabbi on the 8th day? Why Nigeria named the 8th day? These are all the questions. These are all the questions I have to ask myself. Yes. These are the questions. St Mary Cray, Orpington, Kent, small little village. Go there now, Nigeria. All getting drawn to the spirituality of St Mary Cray. My mum's name, my nan's name, sorry, Mary. Young boy, outside betting shop, 8 years of age, St Mary Cray. Mary, very pacific in the boy. Let me tell you a little story. We'll leave the numbers out. We'll go from, where should we go? 98, World Cup year. What happens? In mental hospital, escape, go to France, get arrested in France, sent back to England, but still wanted the World Cup. Go back to France, getting out of mental hospital in France, squatting with the Polish on the streets of France. Excuse me, mate, you speak English? You ain't got 1 or 2 francs of bread and cheese, have you? Well, yeah, man, I'm American. Are you hungry? I said, yeah, of course I am. I'm starving. He said, do you want to come for dinner? So off we went. We went for dinner, sat down, started talking. He had a big company in America. I told him my voice, my English accent would be a godsend to him. He agreed. He paid for me to fly into America. So what did I do? I went to Germany, see the girl I met in the mental hospital, stayed with her, went back to France, flew from France to America, living with the bloke, had an argument over religion, me telling him about the numbers, I am the chosen one. He throws me out. I end up in an hostel, get a big job, I control it, get loads of money in America, go back to France for the World Cup. In France for the World Cup with all the money back at the squat. England gets knocked out. I come home. I missed France winning the World Cup. Host nation. So now what can I do? I had to go to Japan. Yes, returning to Japan. The first time, the biggest show in Tokyo, in the kimono, ecstasy, music, the party on the catwalk, Junko Casino, back to Japan. Makoto Nazwa, World Cup, Brazil, my team as a kid, because they had black players. There was no written in the England team as a kid. That's why, yes, I support West Ham. The one black player when I was a kid, Clive Best. My father, the only black man in St Mary Cray. That's the reason for my supporting of a football team. Yes, it is. Anyway, World Cup. Brazil wins the World Cup. Back to Roppongi, the party with Brazil in the World Cup. Way out there. Or do you want me to tell you about when I went to Colombia, when I was a crackhead, went to Colombia, couldn't get no crack, flew from Colombia to Jamaica to have the crack. I don't know how I've done it. A compulsive gambler. 816-350. BBC, come and get me. Yes, all the scars. Ear. The scars of the war. The journey, the spiritual journey. The spiritual journey that they call madness. Thank you. Ganja, marijuana. In the early 80s, young man, party scene, go to the West End, drawn to Chinatown, drawn to Chinatown. Before Thailand, 88. Go to Chinatown, pagoda there. See on the pagoda, smoke ganja, smoke ganja, get arrested. The pagoda, the 16th of the 2nd, 1988. Get arrested, took to Bow Street's Magistrates Court. Come out of there the 16th of the 5th, 1988. This is before 350. So you can see 16 there. You can see 16 there. China there. Yeah, over the years, met an Italian girl. Fantastic. Valentina. 16th of the 2nd. 19. I don't know the year. I took her to the pagoda, showed her the 16th of the 2nd. Showed her it. She finds, wow, amazing. Now, the 16th of the 5th, 14 years ago, when I left the Chinese girl, her birthday, the 16th of April. When I left her, I went with a girl for a few months, the 16th of the 5th, 1988. No, sorry, the 16th of the 5th, 1961. Tanya. Find her, how many years? Find her in year 16, 12 years later, 350 created and everything, find her again. On the 358 bus, 3 plus 5 plus 8, 16. Take her to the shrine, show her the spiritual angel. But the journey is still continuing. The last day I see my dad alive. The 16th of the 2nd, imagine this. The 16th of the 2nd, go to church, the church where my daughter was born, the 350, my daughter, was christened, sorry not born, christened. Go there, come out there, go to the pub where my daughter had the party. See a Chinese girl, talk to her, what's the date, the 16th of the 2nd? Oh, I must go, 16th of the 2nd, 2014. I must go to Chinatown. Go to Chinatown. Buy a little cat, pagoda, a nodded lucky cat from the souvenir shop next to the pagoda. Go to St. Mary Cray where my daughter's being brought up by my father and my mother. Go there, give my daughter the cat. Grab my dad's hand who's ill. Say the Lord's Prayer. My daughter holds his hand as well. Says the Lord's Prayer. Yes. The last thing I ever said to my dad. Left the house the following day. My dad passed away. The 17th. Yes. 17. 1, King 7, 17. 1 plus 7 equals 8. My father had solved that solution. And this is the most amazing thing ever. Tanya, her mother, the 17th of February, in a different year. How amazing. Right. Look at this for psychosis. What's happening today? I've been out with my friend Elliot once in a long time with our kids a few years ago. Today I'm taking my daughter out with him and his boy. They're around the same age. You might ask yourself, who's Elliot? Well, Elliot is Elliot White. He says he's the white ball in the game of pool. That's his name. Anyway, Elliot is born from a Jewish mother. His father is English. Well, his mum is a Scottish Jew. So when Elliot was born, Elliot came from a Jewish woman. So Elliot was circumcised on the 8th day. Now, Elliot's son wasn't. The mother was an English woman. Elliot was a Jew, but the mother was an English woman. So she couldn't have the rabbi circumcise the baby on the 8th day. But Elliot's mother, the grandmother, she got him circumcised by an Harley Street doctor, unbeknown to her on the 8th of the 8th. I turned up on the door that day, knocked on the door and said, "Oh, what, Elliot? No, you can't come in, the circumcision." I said, "Why?" He said, I said, "Do you know the date? The 8th of the 8th. I was elated. And what I learnt from that, years later, my grandson was born, so they say, I don't know, on the 8th of the 8th. But when I was in the motion with Elliot White, when I was in the motion with Elliot, the 8th of the 8th, that was when I was focused on 8th. Now, if you ask me what should happen in the Jewish realm, in the Jewish realm, anyone who's born from a Jewish mother must get rabbi circumcision. But if you're not, you're different, like Frankie, then you should be circumcised on the 8th of the 8th by the rabbi. So what you would get, anyone coming from an English woman would be circumcised on the 8th of the 8th by a rabbi. So you would get mass circumcision on the 8th of the 8th from anyone who wasn't born from a Jewish mother. This would be a movement for the Jewish people to understand coming from 350. Thank you. I, Jesus, yeah. 8 plus 8 plus 8 equals 16. I also have a unique thing that I call Wallace formula. Wallace formula adds up to 19, mine. Tanya, the same, 19. Let me have a moment. Three, 5, 0. B, B, C. Fr 350. The most important number of your lifetime. There it is. There it is. The most important number of your lifetime. That's what it says on the computer. When you put 350 in, the most important number of your lifetime, all to do with science. Beyond me. I only can talk about my life, my book, my Bible. Look at this. Let me see. Hold on a moment. September 2001. How many years ago is that? You can see it here. MHRT report. PICU. Psychiatric Intensive Care Unit. File copy. Here it is, look. 3508. Religion. Obsessed. This is before I knew about 350. Like I know now. Let me just finish on this for the day. 350. The 350th day of the year, 16th of December. My daughter birthday.